Mm. Well, thank you. Thank you. That's yeah, what an amazing conversation. Um, yeah,
Thank
really
you. Thank you.
important. Yeah, so bless you for your amazing work, your wisdom. I mean, I probably could carry on talking with you for another few hours. I do have a film meeting actually in about half an hour. So part of my journey is creating a film about the trauma of boarding schools and how that impacts our leaders, and maybe I should say infects our leaders. And so I have a meeting in half an hour, so I've still got some time. But what a fascinating journey about, your time in Burma, about never giving up. And I think, yeah, I really feel that it is time that we've got to stand up and do something.
Well, it's so individual to state the obvious that can never be stated enough. And
Mm.
I don't, you know, when I was so thoroughly addicted to opioids, when I was so thoroughly addicted to Valium, clonazepam, Prozac, morphine, cocaine, alcohol, cigarettes, sex, masturbation, I didn't want anyone to tell me to stop that. And each of us have to enter the cauldron, the battles that we're called to fight. And my way has been to give over as much as humanly possible to the passions to discover the bottoms. So never giving up sometimes can be in reverse. And I remember when I even just um, stopped smoking cigarettes years and years ago. I made a vow to stop treating them so casually, not try to stop.
Mm.
And so I decided when I was living in Paris that I would only smoke by sitting in what I call the smoking chair. And no interruption, just like you did as a monk, you ate, reaching, lifting, opening your mouth, placing the food on your tongue, closing your mouth, putting your fork down, chewing slowly. Slow the entire process down. Really beautify, as you talk about, you learned meditation, beautify the process of smoking. And I just, whoa, whoa, whoa. I did that for 6 months. And I only smoked in that chair when I wanted to, not in a bar, not at my computer, not out with a friend, only in that chair, slowing mindfully down until eventually I began to see more and more intimately the nature of what I was disguising through the haste of the action, the speed of the action. It's like sex, harder, faster, deeper, harder, faster, deeper, harder, faster, deeper, more and more, more and more, harder, faster, deeper, more money, more money, more, more. And I slowed down and eventually did some acid and smoked, and I began to choke on the cigarette smoke. And I began to throw up from feeling the sensation of nausea rather than toxic joy from it. And only did I slow down and amplify the mindful curiosity of the felt denial of the sensations, did I begin to naturally become disgusted by the cigarette. And there was not any need to stop at that point. They truly fell away. And I believe the same thing with everything you're doing. Lots of people should just keep on meditating until they stop meditating. And that was what I was told as a monk. My teacher would often joke with people, you meditate more than me, and I'm your teacher. You're a chronic meditator, he would call them. It's called meditative apartheid. They're more into sitting than they are into awakening to their beauty, their vulnerability, their openness, their wisdom. You know, you can watch your breath, then you realize that the breathing indicates that you're alive. And then being alive means that you have a full breath. And now you realize, what are you going to do with it? You get up off your cushion and you give something back to yourself, your family, your friends in this world. And that's a pretty long-term teaching in 35 seconds. What are you going to do with the preciousness of your breath today? Who will you hold? Who will you touch? Who will you give? How will you express gratitude? How will you wash your face? What food will you cook? How will you eat it? How will you wipe the tears from your eyes and to see the beauty of the grief? How, why, beautify, elevate, co-create, overcome, never give up. The most tender levels of self-love, self-respect. It's all about, to me at this point, self-respect.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've learned so much today. Thank you, Alan. This idea of becoming our own teacher and self-love, self-respect. It's been very insightful, very powerful. And so thank you. So
very welcome. Very welcome. I attribute it to the teachers, the prisoners of conscience, the ones, many of them, not all of them. Dignity was the abiding virtue and storehouse of sanity. No one could take my dignity from me, unless I gave it. And to know that emotionality, to know the somatic nature of dignity inside of consciousness, inside of the body, even though it seems to be a trauma, wrap it, saturate it, radiate the stature of your innate dignity, uncompromised dignity. That to me is beauty. Yes, you were hurt. Yes, your mother and father or someone didn't do something well enough, but you are inalienable in your dignity and right of conscience. And that dignity cannot be stained, cannot be impure. It's pure. Dhamma dignity. Your right to the liberation of consciousness on the terms of what you consider to be your respect for what life is, not Buddhism or teachings in any religion. Your idea of conscience, your idea of freedom. What is it? What is that intelligence in you? What informs your dignity, in other words? Have a conversation there.
Thank you. Thank you. So if people want to learn more about your work, reach out to you. I will put into the description the worlddharma.com.
Yeah.
And
worlddharma.com or alanclements.com or both. That's totally cool.
alanclements.com. And I believe you give talks in Bali. Is it every week you give?
Every week, every Sunday. I normally give a talk at 11 a.m.
Okay,
yeah.
so I'll
I've
link
been doing that for years.
You've been doing
Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Twitter.
Humble. Okay.
I'm trying to overcome my self-censoring. So that means limited time on Facebook.
Yeah, I stopped using Facebook very much. I put my podcasts up, but I don't go on very much now, maybe once a week.
Before you run off, you, from my humble distance, not knowing you, you have such a remarkable, it's an elegance to your own vulnerable stature. That's a rare quality in any human being, and certainly within men. So you got a ruby of a conscience, a ruby of a dignity, a ruby of stature. In Burma, they would say this to you. This is the highest compliment that you can be paid in Burma. Parami Thekombare Kenya means that I recognize in you a radiant beauty that could only come from multiple incarnations of inhabiting beautiful states of Dhamma, paramis, states of excellence. You rarely ever hear it. I want to say it to you. Parami Thekombare Kenya. You have a beautiful presence, a beautiful, elegant stature about you. So thank you for gifting me with your being, your words, your thoughts, your patience. And from my heart to yours, thank you, thank you, thank you. Whatever I can do in my life, as long as I'm breathing, to be of support, let me know, and I'll do all my best to help you and support you.
Bless you, Alan. Thank you. You bring me to tears. I really bless you for your words. And yeah, honor you for your amazing journey, for all the people you've supported over the years. And yeah, for all the work in Burma and other places as well. So bless you, Alan. And if I can support you in any way, please do reach out.
Yeah, just give me a link and I'll send it out on my social. Okay. Have a beautiful night and great to talk to you. I'm here anytime. Thank you, my friend.
Take care.
Bye-bye.